Whew, all right, y'all. So, listen, let me tell you about a very, very tough situation and how I understand why some of you, when it comes to your family, you want to be there, you want to help. So much to the point that you're even willing to sacrifice some of your own well being because you know and believe you have the power to be stronger, and you do. Um, but you know what? You also have to be able to admit sometimes that, hey, I think right now it's time to like stop. Time to stop. Okay? You can still do your amazing things. You can still care even from afar. I remember I was living on my own before I decided to come and spend some time with Gramps. But I was living on my own with some friends, all right, when I had my wife. Well, when I was married. And that was an amazing experience as well. It really was. It really was. So there's that experience. And then there is when I was with my friends, and my family was good. I would come and check up on grandma in this exact same area, this exact same place. All right, this apartment here, this house, whatever, or this duplex. It's a duplex. So, anyways, I would go and check, and she was all fine. And maybe spend some time doing a little bit of dominoes or whatnot. But I was busy studying. There's a lot of things I want to do, and for many of you, you have a lot of things you want to do. Okay, part of it is you want to bring the family together. You want to be an example. You know, you may be considered the black sheep of the family, and you're always wanting to bring everyone together and stuff. But you could do as many good things, all right. But sometimes, if you get to a point where even the good is not even being understood by certain relatives, be it your parents, siblings, or even friends, then cousins, whatever. That means you gotta get the step in, man. You gotta get the step in because the comfort level is too much that they're not comfortable enough to admit, or sit or admit when someone in the family is feeling a certain way about something. What I've learned is that family they tend to feel like if something's wrong, people feel attacked. People tend to feel attacked. Okay, so they become victim. Okay, people who want to pretend to be attacked sometimes use this as a way to gain power. Playing victim. Okay, people who want to oppress is because they also feel like something is being taken away from them. Okay. People who want to oppress sometimes it's not just because they feel like something's being taken away. You know, some are cynical. Some have that. They feel they need to control because they feel that they don't have control because they lack control. So this is something I've been studying for a while with everything, all my relationships and interactions, my spiritual understandings, what I've learned about certain psychological aspects. Psychology has good areas. The only thing about psychology is that it also tends to have its limits because psychology says it's this way only. But there are a plethora. There's like so many in between and so many spectrums of why certain people do certain things or feel certain ways, you know especially when it comes to seemingly dysfunctional or what is it blatantly looking like a dysfunctional family. So in my case, we have dogs. The hard part about me is that there's some dogs, and the dogs they feel on this energy, and they don't want to see all that energy or be a part of it. And there's several ways it can be handled. One, for example, in my case, is not talk or try to communicate with my mom, and try to get my gramps to or try to help my grams understand that mom, her daughter gets annoyed from her cause. I can, in my situation, and whatever situation you are, you could be that person who wants to help out in that sense, all right? And then you feel somewhat bad because then you're like, oh, but what about this person or this one, okay? When it comes to the animals, definitely, okay, the animals, especially the dogs, okay, the cats, dogs, they do their absolute best. They are the masters. They, learn. The reason I always say learn from nature. Let them show you how they express love and what love is, all right? Because they really know how to do things. They really know how to make magic work, okay? They really know how to work with energy. So, you gotta be like very hyper aware to receive that understanding and observant. So they're very aware of that energy, and so when they're more comfortable in the places because the energy is better there. The dogs they tend to be more comfortable when they're around me. Okay, wherever I am, I know this for wherever I go, dogs are just comfortable around me. All right, they feel like I'm their protector. Okay, so. with that, I even learned from them. You know, I wonder if they even know that I learned from them. Probably they do. But anyways, so the dogs are involved in my case with the family thing. The dogs are involved, and you know, I know the dog's gonna be fine. And there's several ways to, you know, prevent the drama that's happening between folks, my parents, grandma, and my mom, that has cascaded onto me. And for many of you, it has cascaded onto you. You see drama happening, and then you're involved, or you're somewhat in the middle because you want to help. You want to be there. You want to be the presence. You want to be that shoulder to lean upon, that avenue to express and vent on. You want to do all of that. You know, again, trying to help and wanting to be there. Sometimes wanting to be there, you need to not be there. Sometimes you just don't need to be there. Don't be there physically, because when you're there physically, there's a level of comfort that you start seeing constantly more than you would if you were on your own. Okay. Now understanding this is one of everything I just said is one of the plethora of many reasons why it's important that everyone's basic needs are met as rightfully as they all have been given, naturally, all right, freely, divinely. Nature, all right, the food is the plants, not the animals, okay? And I've talked about this before, but all of this is super important because all of this in your life, everything is playing and everything is happening. Whatever you are and representing, or whatever you are passionate about right now, okay? Whatever you are learning in your life, whatever is involved in your life, whatever kind of love I would say is involved in your life, lessons you're learning, all of that affects and plays a big part in how you make certain decisions for yourself, all right? How you handle certain situations, all right? Can you handle certain things with calmness, relaxation? Are you poised enough within yourself, centered enough to meditate, let go and understand and get rid of these illusions and refocus, all right? The more you improve, yes, I know a lot of you improve, but even when you improve, there is that point where it's like, okay, now it's time to take a step back, okay, do your own thing, all right? And this is why I also say that understanding this aspect out of the many aspects of humanity is one of the important reasons why we should be making sure that with the changes happening economically, we should be making sure, and it is happening, that everyone's basic needs are met, and that is not paid for. Life, the basics and what is given to us is not meant to be paid for. Everything else that's extra, however, made by humans, sports, whatever, that you can incorporate payment into that, and I go into detail with that on my other videos that you can check out about money and the future of money. Namaste. I appreciate the support.